here with the first series of our volleyball exercises for our power volleyball teams here at Prolific Park. Okay, what we're doing here is we're trying to focus on coordination and get these girls moving with intention. Alright, so we're going to start off with a warm-up series. First, I want them to get a general warm-up. They can take a couple of laps around the basketball court. Alright, from there, it's 10 reps of each exercise. First exercise is jumping jacks. Basic stuff. Hands overhead, bring them together for 10 reps. Next exercise is crossover jacks. Arms out, legs out. You cross your arms and your feet, and you change sides with each one. So I was changing the arms and the feet. Alright, this drill is our skipping drill. We first work on posture here, make sure the girls are tall. Bend your elbows to a right angle. These are called A skips. So we're not just skipping, we're going to try to drive the knee and drive the elbows to start to connect those pieces. So it's pop, 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 pop. Notice the elbows are even from the side, and I'm driving the knee up. It's almost like I'm hopping in place twice. Okay? So I showed the girls the MC Hammer. We started doing this little dance to teach them how to pop, 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 drive the knee up. Right? That's the skipping drill, or A skips. From there we have our side lunge. We use athletic position. Athletic position is slightly wider than shoulder width. With the feet, I start with the weight in the heel of the foot. We're coaching the heel of the foot in this room to promote using the glutes and hamstrings, working the posterior chain, the muscles on the back side. We're going to walk to the right, turn in, rotate. Turn in, rotate. Notice my feet never come closer than athletic position. Big step, turn. It's a little motion for 10 over and 10 back. From there you have the Frankenstein. Come up. You're going to raise the foot up vigorously and come down under control, touching the opposite hand to the foot, 10 each side. From there, it's our karaoke drill. We're going to go behind and over with the knee. Behind and over. So we're going to do both of those either side. Boom. Get 10, and you add some bounce to it on the second time. Now we're going to take it to the floor. Next, we have single leg butt lifts. So we want you on your back, bend your knees like a sit-up. Lay the arms down, point the toe at the ceiling. You're going to push through the heel of the foot on the foot that's down. Push up. You're trying to squeeze in the glutes. You'll feel it in the back of that leg when you do it correctly. From there we have windshield wipers. Now this is a big one because we're going to start firing the core here. So we're going to pull the toes back and we want to look for a right angle. Ankle, knee, hip. Make a T with the arms, knees glued together. Inhale down. Breathe out, arcs. Come back up to the center. Inhale down. Breathe out, arcs. Come back up to the center. You want to incorporate a rooting principle. What we're talking about here is each time you breathe out, you want to try to sink yourself down to the floor a little deeper. That upper back and the middle of your back stays cemented down as you exhale and bring those feet back up. I don't want to see you flopping over to either side, not collapsing down. Under control and fire back up. All right, from there we go to our scorpions. Scorpion is going to have me facing straight ahead. I want to bring the foot over and get the sole of the shoe down. Ideally, I can get all the way over to the hand. That's going to be 10 each side. From there, it's knees to armpits. So I bring the knee up on the outside. Notice I'm keeping the trail leg straight, and I'm not rocking up. I'm trying to stay down to the floor on either side. After knees to elbows, we come up with inchworm. So I'm going to push it up. I'm kind of coaching the girls to go, hoo-ah, and fire the core. Come up to the top, walk back out. Hoo-ah! Come up to the top for 5 of those. All right? The finishing series for these warm-up drills are our 4 ladder drills. If you're not at the park and you're doing this at home, it's as easy as getting some chalk and drawing it on the concrete. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 spaces on this ladder. This is a half ladder, and that's really all you need to get started. 4 ladder drills. Remember, right angles with the arms. We're going to go down the line and pop, 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 pop. 1 foot a square. Keep the right angle. It's little precise motions. I don't want the hands out front. Pop, 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 pop. Second drill. Right foot lead. So it's 2 feet a square. Lead with 1 foot. You'll go with the opposite foot after that. So again, that's 2 feet. Right foot both in. Right foot both in. And then come back with your left foot. Next is scissors. The lead leg hits the ladder, and it's 2 feet in the square, and you're pumping those arms. Notice the elbows. Forward and back the same distance with the elbows as you go down the ladder. It's not like a robot here. They're moving equal to the distance the feet need to move. The arms will help dictate stride length, how far they step, and frequency. So we got to shorten those arm strides based on what we're doing. That's what we're doing in volleyball. We're making quick little moves, so we got to move those arms to get into position. All right. Last drill is called in, out, out. Taking the feet in, out, out. In, out, out. You're going to go down the ladder, leading with the same leg each way down. All right. So that's the end of the warm-up progression. We want the girls to take their time, and the guys. We got a couple of guys out there. Take your time with these warm-ups, all right? Get them right. The ladder drills, don't try to do them as fast as you can. Do them as good as you can. Work on your arm action. Work on getting the rest of the exercises in the series done perfectly. That way we're making sure to map the brain to where it needs to take the body. All right, next we're going to move on to the strength series. So in this series, the main thing I chose for the girls to work on is their squats. Because if you can't squat, you can't jump. It's one of the most basic movement patterns that uses just about every single muscle group you have to do right. So, a good squat. We're back in that athletic position with the feet. I want to make sure they have good posture. Chest out, shoulders back. The ear is over the shoulder, shoulder is over the hip, hip is over the ankle. We can transfer power. Alright? For a squat, first I say reach. That's push back. Pushing the heels, pushing the butt back. Keep the chest out, arms out straight. Then sit. We go straight down. I'm looking for the midline of the thigh to be parallel, the back to be up, the arms out straight. I should be able to wiggle the toes, weight in the middle of the foot. I don't want to see the heels off the ground. From the front, what we're looking for is reach, sit. Notice the knee is right over the ankle. I'm not inside. What I saw out of like 85% of the girls that we worked with was the knees twisting in. This indicates a forward loading in the toes. It's overworking the quads. We're not getting enough glute and hamstring involved to protect those knees, and it's going to limit their ability to jump really high because you can't load to jump properly, getting down to at least a 45-degree angle to jump back up. So, I want to start off this squat series with 4 sets of 5 ISOs. If they cannot perform the exercise properly, it's just 5 reps, reach, sit, hold it for a moment, up, squeeze to the top. Make sure you look for those cues. Watch each other perform the reps. You can do them together. Reach, sit, I look at you, I make sure your knees are over the ankles. You do the same thing to me. The chest is up, up. Squeeze the bottom at the top of the exercise. Once you get proficiency on a good, clean squat, then we can progress to 3 sets of 20. All right? For these first 2 weeks, that's really the main exercise I want to work on. And now I have a little supplemental set of exercises. The first one of these is just calf jumps. You're going to head to a wall. I literally want you to be able to smell the wall with your nose. Reach up high, get on the tips of your toes, and pop, 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 pop. 50 jumps. Stay close to the wall, okay? The next exercise is going to be V-sit twist. So we're going to use posture. Sit on the bottom, glue the knees and ankles together, sit up tall. I've seen a lot of hunching. I want to work posture. Posture helps me transfer power. Place my fingers, row the boat. I'm not just slapping the water, I got to pull the oar. Either side, okay? From there, we have single leg Romanian. I'm going to point the toes. This is kind of like ballet, the archer, right? You're going to point out, raise the foot, come back up. I lightly bend the knee of the stationary leg, and I want to feel a stretch of that hamstring on the back of the leg. Chest up, point the toe. You don't want to go down with your head, because that gets a weak back. You want to come up with the foot and stick that position, and you'll squeeze the glute on that side. So have each leg there. The last one is our shoulder series. Now I worked an exercise with some of the groups where I said reach up and pull down. Reach up and pull down. What we're trying to do is get you to squeeze the low trap. So it's not up here on the top of the back, it's down a little lower. We put that on the ground with that idea in mind. Pulling down while we're doing this series. And it's 3 exercises. T, take your arms out straight, thumb straight up. W, bend to a right angle. Straight up. Again, I'm not extended out here. I'm back and pulled down in the low trap. And then Y. I'm not overextended. Pull back down and Y up. These are the basic exercise sets that I want you to go over for the first 2 weeks. Make sure to get the exercises in at least twice a week. I really like to incorporate that warm-up section, which is working on proprioception and our agility and coordination. The first few exercises up until we start doing the squats. I like to do that every day. If we could do that before practice, it would be a great warm-up, something to do on the weekends. Outside of that, the strength series needs to be done at least twice a week. If I see improvement out of the girls in 2 weeks, we're going to add a lot of extra exercises to it.